In this video, we're going to use Photoshop, and I'm going to show you how I did this effect here with this sort of balloon bulge or like balloon focus here. It just helps sort of draw attention to a certain area. It's really great for YouTube title screens, which of course is what this is here. So let's go ahead and get started. Really quick, really easy to do. First thing I need to do is set up my picture. Here we'll set it up pretty much the same. I already have all my layers popped in here. I know I'm going to need this screen here. I might be a little bit sloppy in this. All right, so don't worry about that. We just want to go ahead and grab the things that we need here, and I want to layer via copy's fine. Okay, I'll turn on this layer. I actually need to drag this layer down. Okay. My move tool, grab this layer. I'm going to put this over here, about there. Let me go ahead and put an effect on it. Put a little drop shadow on it there, and then I want a stroke on it, just like in our picture right here. All right, that looks good to me. Again, I might be slightly sloppy, although it's already looking pretty good. And then this is the area that we're going to end up ballooning out. It's too large, Control T there, and I'll hold down Shift so I can scale this down a bit. Something like that. Just apply the transformation there. And I just want to move it somewhere like this. I think that's how I had it. Yeah, something like that there. Okay, then I need to get rid of this top part here. Actually, I need to make it slightly larger. We'll go about there. Looks good to me. Press Enter. Then I'll do it like this. I'll just capture that part. Make sure that layer, of course, is selected. Let me just get rid of this. There we go. Control D, deselect. Okay, we're about set up here. Now I want to put a drop shadow on that and a stroke on it. And it's already set up correctly for me. All right, looks okay. I need to get rid of this area here too. Just get rid of that. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and do our balloon focus in this area right here. It's very easy to do, by the way. So we'll just select that layer right here. Come over to our rectangle marquee tool. I want the elliptical, although we can use the rectangle, which I'll show. I'm just going to draw an ellipse about like that. All right. And come up here to our filters and distort. I'm going to go to sphere. And now we can see our preview there. Adjust it however you want. Back out a bit. You can see it there. Okay. And there we go. As you can see, it's popped out. We can zoom in a bit here. See it right there. Now, while it's still selected, I'm going to hit Control T there. Hold down Shift. I'm going to make this larger. There. Make it a bit larger here. Okay. We'll go ahead and apply that. Grab my move tool. It's going to move it around a bit. Control D to deselect it. And there we go. And of course, we can expand further on this. We don't have to use an ellipse. We could use, any kind of selection tool there. Let me select this layer here. I'll just make a selection here. And we'll do the same thing. Filter, spherize up here at the top. If you don't see it, come back down to distort and spherize. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see it a bit in context there. Adjust it however you want. Okay. There we go. Control D, get rid of those marching ants. There you go. It looks pretty damn cool. And of course, it doesn't have to even be one of those tools. Any sort of a selection tool that you want to use here. So we'll just sort of make a weird selection there. You can see it's selected. Come back down to distort, spherize, just hit OK. And there we go. Come over here to my text tool. Of course, you can do this with text as well. Let's go ahead and call this Media Composer. Copy and drag there. Okay. I want that to be white. Very good. And of course, I could always set that up with drop shadow and stroke. In this case, I wouldn't want it to be white. We'll go with red. That's good enough. For now, in our original, we did purple there. But this is okay. So we can do this with text as well. Just want to show you this. Of course, it would need to be rasterized first. So if I try to make a selection, I'll just try to select the whole thing here. You can select it and go up to our filter, distort, spherize, and you can see convert to smart object, rasterize. That will work. Of course, another thing you could do is flatten your image, which is probably what I would do. I would, of course, make sure everything is set up exactly the way I want. Hold shift there so that scales correctly. Good enough. So we'll say we're happy with this. Then I can go ahead and flatten my image there. Over here in layer, and I can merge down, but I want to go ahead and flatten the image. Now we just have that one image there, and I guess we'll go with a square. Doesn't matter there. Just grab the whole thing, filter, and I'll just choose spherize here at the top. There you go. Don't like it, Control Z that. Go back to our filters, distort, spherize, and we'll zoom out. You can see it there. Maybe not quite so much, maybe just something like that. There you go, looks kind of cool like that. And I'll just hit Control T, select that. Kind of moving the whole thing now. All right, so just keep that in mind. You might want to convert it to a smart object instead there. Let's escape out of that. Control D. This time I just want the elliptical, just an elliptical selection through there. Distort, spherize, pull it way up this time. There we go. Control T, Shift, make that even larger. Enter. There we go. Control D, deselect. So that looks kind of cool. Of course, you can do this with anything here in Photoshop. People's faces, any sort of element, any sort of element that you want. You could even do maybe our entire picture there, our entire photo. We'll just spherize the whole thing. That looks kind of weird. Might make a good title screen there, but there you go. That's how you do it. Very easy. Just simply make your selection, filter, distort, spherize, make your adjustments, and you're good to go. Of course, with text, you'll want to convert that to a smart object or rasterize it first, or you can always flatten the image there. But there you go. That is how you do it. You can make some really interesting YouTube title screens and other kind of images by using that, what I sort of refer to as a balloon focus, or sort of like a magnification focus there. Make a more interesting title screen or a more interesting photo overall.